Once upon a time, on the gentle slopes of a mysterious mountain, there existed an old snake named Mandavishya, who had been graced with many years, but cursed with dwindling agility. His prey-catching days seemed to have crawled away, leaving his stomach as empty as a politician's promises. "Must think of something," he hissed to himself, a classic cue for creative mischief. So, Mandavishya did what any self-respecting snake would do in his predicament: plotted an outrageous plan that could only end in a triple somersault of irony. He slithered lazily to a nearby frog-infested pond and basked conspicuously on its banks. His presence alone had the frogs jumping about as if auditioning for a circus. The frogs, however, are not known for their long-term memory or intelligence. Curiosity got the best of them. They dared to approach the lethargic serpent, one frog even venturing to ask, "Why aren't you attempting to turn us into dinner, Mr. Snake?" With a dramatic flair, Mandavishya replied, "Alas, I have been cursed by an infuriated Brahmin. Instead of hunting, I must now serve frogs as your humble lift, carting you wherever for your frog-hopping pleasure." What a tragic tale. News of this unusual uber reptile reached the ears of the Frog King. He hopped down with his council, and, believing the snake to be as harmless as a tofu burger, took him up on the ride of his life. After all, who could resist the novelty of a snake taxi, especially one with such entertaining moves? The snake's body was playing the long con. The very next morning, he crawled pitiably, showcasing a performance of weakness that deserved an award. Seeing this, the Frog King ordained that they provide the snake with 1 frog a day as payment. Thus, the cunning snake feasted well, regaining his vigor, while the frog court hopped obliviously in joy. It didn't take long for the frog populace to dwindle to a scant few, their king too enthralled by his glee rides to notice. Another snake, big, black, and distinctly more pragmatic, slithered onto the scene and queried, "Why these froggy festivities, old friend? Aren't frogs food?" Mandavishya explained his glorious scheme, detailing his newfound penchant for late-night snacks. Having devoured the lot, Mandavishya rested satisfied, the pond now quieter than a mime's gig. Ah, the wise remind us indeed. Don't be fooled by friendly facades. Not all deceptive snakes wear scales.